Good evening, students. Welcome back to today's class. And today we will discuss non-insect pest and quarantine pest. Very only few questions were asked from last 5 years. Shall all of you be active in this session as previous session? Okay. I will also join. So we will start the session. First non-insect pest, then after quarantine pest we will go. So in the first question we are having the given below are two statements, and in the statement 1, Tatera indica has very small body, brown in color with white belly and tail shorter than head and body and terminal tuft bicolored is the statement 1. And in statement 2, we are having Tatera indica has large body, sandy brown to reddish grey with hole, underside well head tufted with a stripe on each side. So, any answer? It's already there. Here the options were missing, like what we'll have now, both statement 1 and 2 and correct. Then statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect, and statement 1 is correct and 2 is incorrect. Then 1 and 2 incorrect. So these are the options. So there they were missing there. So anybody knows the answer? For this, first of all, you should know the scientific name and its identification characters. So that is Tatera indica is Indian gerbil. Okay. So it is very having good large body and sandy brown in color to reddish grey with whole underside and well head and tufted with stripe on each side. So exactly this sentence, reddish grey with whole underside. As it is, this sentence you can find in the EEE book in the case of non-insect pest. And Tatera indica is Indian gerbil. That thing you should know. Okay. Indian gerbil. So here statement 1 is wrong and statement 2 is correct. So it was some mistake is there. Statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Okay. And while coming to the second question, here we are having the matching. One side they gave the scientific names and other side they gave the common names. Here we can see Lucilia serenisma and Hypoderma lineatum and Hippobosca maculata and Tabnus striatus. Okay. Then on this side, list 2, we can see the cattle fly, horse fly, blue boat fly, and warble fly. Okay. This is also there in EEE. In case of pest and that all, you can see in the non-insect pest. But actually, these are the pest of cattle. Okay. These are insect pest itself. Anybody? We'll see anybody is responding or not. Anyone knows the answer? Lucinia serenisma, Hypoderma lineatum, Hippobosca maculata, Tabnus striatus, and on the other side, cattle fly, horse fly, blue boat fly, and warble fly. Gaming confidently put 3. 1 minute, we'll check anybody has commented. Gaming confidently 2. Okay, first we will connect. Some person has responded. Okay, Lucinia serenisma is blue boat fly. Okay, this one is blue boat fly. Then Hypoderma lineatum is the scientific name of warble fly. And Hippobosca maculata is cattle fly. Then Tabnus striatus is horsefly. So this thing we know. Mostly we remember bluebird fly and scientific name and horsefly scientific name. Okay, so while connecting what we got, A is 3, B 4, C1, D2. A3, B4, C1, D2. Yeah. Second option is the correct answer for this. Lucinia serenisma is bluebird fly. Hypoderma lineatum is warble fly. Hippobasca maculata is cattle fly. And Tabanus striatus is horse fly. Okay. Yeah. Again, we are seeing here one more matching. On the one side, they gave the mite, and other side, they gave the different scientific names of mites. So here we can see the red spider mite, pear leaf blister mite, chicken mite, sheep scab mite. And this side we can see their scientific names like Soroptis ovis and Derminius galline and Eriophis pyri, Tetranicus neocalidinicus. Neocalidinicus, yes, Tetranicus neocalidinicus. So we know red spider mite is Tetranicus species. Okay, so first we will connect it. Red spider mite, Tetranicus. Then pear leaf blister beetle is pyri, Eriophis pyri. This one. And chicken mite is Derminius galline is 2. And sheep scab mite is Soroptis ovis. So here. So what we got? A4, red spider mite is Tetranicus, and pear leaf blister mite is Eriophis pyri, and chicken mite is Derminius galline, and sheep scab mite is Soroptis ovis. So A4, B3, C2, D1. Second option. A4, B3, C2, D1. Yes, few students responded. Anchal Gupta and Chaya Sahu B. Good. And again here we are having the one more matching in the fourth question. One side they gave the chemicals, abate, bromadiolone and sulfur and elethrin. And this side we can see their target organisms, mosquito larva, mosquito adults, house mite and dust mite. Okay, let us check anybody can answer this. Anyone? Yes, few students responded, one student responded the power E8R1. Let's check what's the answer. So, abate. Okay, actually it's a trade name, abate. It's nothing but Temiphos. Temiphos, OP compound. Okay, abate is a organophosphorus OP compound. Then after, which is used for mosquito larva and mostly used for treating the any river bodies or drainage conditions to eliminate the mosquitoes. Okay, so abate is one itself. So here it's one itself. Then already we know bromadiolone is used for rats actually. Apart from that, we need to know something else. Okay, and bromadiolone can be also used for house mites. It's nothing but. So here is this. And sulfur is for dust mites. Sulfur acts as a both miticide and fungicide also. Okay, so it's you can be used for dust mites, and alethrin is used for mosquito adults specifically. Okay, so what we got? A1, B3, C4, D2. A1, B3, C4, D2. Yeah, first option itself. Students kept na? Yeah. Okay. So it is the first option. Parrot beaking is caused by mirid in mung bean, sorghum, sesame and cotton. In which of the following crop we can see the parrot beaking that is caused by mirid bug? Already we have discussed this. Yes, parrot beaking is caused by mirid in yes, anyone? Yes, anyone? Anyone put anything message? Gaming confidently put one message that is mung bean. Any other option? Parrot beaking is caused by which caused by mirid in which of the following crop? Either it's mung bean, sorghum, sesame, cotton. Mahendra put 4. Parrot beaking is caused by mirid, it's correct, and it is done in cotton. What happened in case of bowls? ऐसे होते हैं. Simple. Instead of bowls tipped with the pointing like this, in that they will turn like this, simply curved kind of thing. And this thing is called as a parrot beaking. Parrot beaking. This is due to mirid. Here you can see in the image, and that is the mirid bug. In cattle, gastrophilus is a term used for gut ectoparasite and gut endoparasite, brain ectoparasite and brain endoparasite. Usually the term gastrophilus is denoted to gut endoparasite specifically. Okay. And here it is for both flies. Is for both flies, that is gut endoparasite. It is the image of one of the boat fly. Which one of the following animals come under the micro animals? Micro, the small, macro, large, this thing we know. So, which of the following set of animals comes under micro animals? Squirrels we can say it's macro, beetles we can see, mice we can see. That the thing we can't see is protozoa. So, here the micro animal is D, protozoa. 4. Option 4 is the correct. D only. Only. And with this we have completed the non-insect pest, and in last 5 years they gave around 7 questions, and we should not think like that non-insect pests are only of less importance. And actually, if this non-insect pest can be asked correctly, na, they can ask for around 10 marks like that easily. Like 2 to 3 questions you may get it. So you need to focus on quarantine pest and non-insect pest too. And in non-insect pest, mites are very important. Even these different rat species are very important, and their identification marks are also very important. Okay. So what our platform is giving is that it indicates this slide. IRA walas ICAR JRF courses. Okay. And you know, in our platform we are having the Insector 2.0 batch, that what you have taken for the subscription. Many students have taken it. So we are having batch for JRF Entomology, Plant Sciences, Horticulture, then after the Social Science, then Agronomy and Soil Science. These are the batches offered for JRF courses. And this is for SRF courses, specifically genetics and plant breeding. We are having agronomy, we are having soil science, we are having. Okay. And this is ASRB NET courses, that is for ARS exam, both prelims and mains. Okay. In this, it includes fruit science, entomology, agriculture economics, extension, vegetable science, and plant pathology. Okay. And here also other subjects like agronomy, genetics and plant breeding, and soil science. And you know, we all are having that mock test for 249 rupees. So which are high quality content mock test. And those who want to attempt the good quality mocks and different questions, and like how the standard paper, so they can opt for our mock test too. Okay. So again, while coming back to discussion, now we completed the non-insect pest, and now we will go for quarantine pest. Okay. So in the first question, the use of legislative restrictions to control pest is called as. The use of legislative restrictions to control pest is called as plant protection, or plant quarantine, or plant law, or plant enclosure. The use of legislative restrictions to control the pest. Many students were responding, I think. So we'll check it. So yes, Adarsh, Gaming Confident, Anshal Gupta, and Chaya Sahu. Okay. Yes, the use of legislative restrictions to control the pest is known as plant quarantine. Plant quarantine. 2 is the option. And we all know different quarantine pest act. We know the DIPA, Destructive Insect and Pest Act in the 1914. Okay. And before that also we are having many acts, like for Madras we are having, and one Sea Custom Act to control the Mexican bollworm, Anthnomus grandis. So please go through it. And the next question is, which of the following nematode comes under domestic quarantine? Heterodera avene, Globodera rostocainensis, and Ephilinchus avene and Heterodera kazani. Yes, which of the following nematode comes under domestic quarantine? Heterodera avena, Globodera rostocainensis, or Ephilinchus avene, or Heterodera kazani. So which of the following nematode comes under domestic quarantine? Yes, now also many students are responding. Gaming Confidently, Anshal Gupta, others result too. Good, it's correct. Globodera rostocainensis. Potato golden cyst nematode. Globodera rostocainensis. Okay, is having the domestic quarantine. This thing you need to answer. Already I was telling how the custom acts came and how quarantine has started and where it started, then after how many seaports we are having, and specifically at different locations what we are having also I have dealt in the legislative control. Okay. How many plant quarantine stations at different international airports, seaports and land frontiers are existing in India at present? Yes, how many plant quarantine stations at different international airports, seaports and land frontiers are existing in India at present? It's 21, 52, 73 or 89. Yes, few students responded. It's C3. That is 73 we are having, many students were responded. '73 is the correct answer. And we are having the fourth question. Which of the following nematode is on the international quarantine list in India? International quarantine list in India. That is Bursaphalinchus xylophilus, Heterodera ZA, Pratylinchus ZA, Heterodera avene. Heterodera is cyst nematode, Pratylinchus legend nematode, Bursaphalinchus is pine nematode, pine wood nematode or pine wilt nematode is that. And one more thing is that which nematode is having the international quarantine importance? Somebody kept something. James. Bursaphalinchus, good. It's a Bursaphalinchus xylophilus is having the international quarantine importance. Okay, remember this. And domestic quarantine importance is Globodera rostrochinensis. International one is Bursaphalinchus xylophilus. That's it for today's session. It's completed. Very simple. Non-insect pest and quarantine pest. Okay, don't neglect non-insect pest. If the examiner want to give the strict paper or the tough paper, there is a high scope from asking from non-insect pest. Since most of the students will leave the non-insect pest very lightly and they will not read or they will read superficially, which is very wrong. So in non-insect pest also we are having many important points and different species of mites we are having and household pest and all we are having. So please readfully read it, and for this portion you can refer to triple E. Okay, triple E you can read and applied entomology by DS Reddy you can read. And for yesterday's vector portion you can read both treatise and one more book is Handbook of Entomology also you can read. So don't neglect it. And while coming to tips nowadays, so since most of students were messaging me, sir, we are very confused or we are very stressed about the exam. Now what we need to do in the last days? Only rest 18 days were left. So some students were texting me all the time. So don't get confused. Read again and again. And while reading or after reading, you need to attempt some of the questions. Means you need to practice questions. It will make you. Completely reading is different. And while attempting questions, you will know the reality. Okay, whether your brain is analyzing the things or whether you were remembering that things or whether you were able to do that things correct or wrong will tell. So not only complete reading, you need to practice. So the more you practice and practice, it will make you the perfect. That's it. And while preparing, if the 4 options were there, you need to, however, you will know which option is correct. and you should know the reason why other 3 options are also not correct. And then you should know the point where the answer comes again in that 3 options. If you could practice in this manner, it will helpful and you can cover more points. Okay. So any other doubts, you can ask me. Now don't go for any new books at this stage, please. You just refer whatever the book list you have read already. Just you try to revise it again. Practice good number of questions and practice mock test, and don't give importance to any specific area or don't neglect any other areas. Nobody can expect whether and general agriculture portion will become more or nematology portion will come more or entomology will come more. So nobody can expect it until the paper comes. So give importance to general agriculture, entomology and nematology, all the 3 areas. Okay, that's what I want to say in this class. Yes. And if you are having any doubts, you can ask in the chat box. If you are not having any doubts, means I can close the session. No doubts. If you are having no doubts, then it's good. So practice well, read well and revise well, and first of all give importance to your health. Okay, last minute don't take any risk actions and don't be too stressed. It will degrade your health. So now entire what you are preparing for 5 months or 6 months, or some people may prepare for 1 year also. So it matters now. Take enough food, enough water, be enjoyable and stress free. Thank you.